I try to keep up to date, but I'm afraid my present job is interfering with that. I've become a less regular attender at Ronnie's in the last 12 months than I've ever been, I should think. Once I've got the health service sorted out, I shall start coming back, but... I've wound up debates against John, and I can't go to sleep when I wound up a debate. The adrenaline gets going, and I've left debates, and the driver's driven to Ronnie's when I left the house. He knew I wasn't going to go home, and he dropped me off here, and I spent the night unwinding and relaxing.
Hi, have you closed any more hospitals down?
Not in your patch, but good to see you on neutral ground.
John, we've been talking about interest in jazz and so on.
Now, I'm like Ken, I'd probably like to go to the second sitting, if you like, but they're never the same, first or second, are they? And in that sense, if you say you go for the second, you're wondering what you've missed on the first. So I'm a one for trying to take the two sessions if I can get it, and join the night people, as Ken refers to them as. Though, to be fair, I think this is the nearest we've ever sat in this club to each other.
I'm really asking you this as politicians. Jazz has traditionally had a rather anarchistic image. Do you think it's losing that?
I don't think it is losing that. I think the MJQ was saved by having a great vibes player, who, even in a dinner jacket and being schooled by the others, was still a great vibes player, but it was never my favourite setting for jazz, never my favourite group. And I think all the time what happens, the people who emerge in jazz tend to be not exactly alternative society, but they are rebellious, they're distinctive, they're personal. It is a very personal music.
And jazz is classless. Jazz isn't classical music in a way. It's part of our social structure of class, quite frankly. But jazz isn't. And I think it's because of that people tend to look down on it. It doesn't get a good opportunity to have it expressed. And, that's something I just feel we should do more about. Jazz is about rebellion.
We have all these young black players coming out of South London. I mean, I still don't know whether Courtney Pine is as good as they say he is, because I've still never caught him live. But that is coming out of a slightly alternative background. And I go in the States when I'm over there, and it hasn't become really respectable. And Ronnie's has become a fashionable place. But dare I say it, I mean, John and I don't come here because we think it's become totally respectable. Politicians lead the life of nightclub pianists, I always think, in terms of hours. I mean, we tend to work late into the night, and the voting is usually late at night, the House sits at night. You've got to be a bit of a late-night person to be a politician. If you get relaxation out of jazz, if you get excitement out of jazz, if you can switch off and concentrate on jazz after a day on quite different things, then this is the place to come.